Our video should be there. That's the question.
There it is.
Well, that's not where it's,
Oh, no.
it's supposed to be here.
Oh.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh. Oh. I think it's working.
It says live.
Are we live though is the question.
I don't know, no.
Maximum thumbnail size.
We're alive.
Request failed. We're alive on something. I think it's working. Maybe.
I don't know.
Hello, technical difficulties again, as usual. I hope you missed us. It's been a minute. Welcome back, Stan.
Thanks, brother. That's
Have
right.
you-
I'm a little confused by watching the screen, so I should not.
There it is. There's your
I
way.
got ADHD.
Well, let's turn this away from you.
There you go.
Sorry, not
Perfect.
looking
Perfect.
at it.
Now I can engage.
Welcome back. It's been a couple weeks.
That has been. Yeah, market's
But-
heating up. So
We are getting busy over here.
we are.
So the spring has sprung, if you will.
Yeah. It really has. I mean, I've got buyers and sellers just ringing like crazy. I just got another text from a buyer of mine saying, "Hey, let's meet up tomorrow."
Yeah.
So they're getting pre-approved right now as we speak. So yeah,
Heck
it's
yeah.
left and right. Love it.
Heck yeah. To be able to enjoy your summer.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of Idaho,
Yeah.
right? So
Hey, just started warming up, you know.
I know.
We got a couple articles today. We're gonna got a couple local ones that we'll talk about North Idaho, and then a little bit more broad on the whole real estate industry.
Mhm.
But starting off with Post Falls residents, I'm just gonna go over them again, like I normally do. Residents, the city officials examine diverse future land use in Post Falls. Ponderay approves new Vista substation facility. Hey. Changes to access of Highway 53 work zone, something you got to experience the other day.
Yeah.
And then the big news everyone's talking about is Real and Remax merging. This is the perfect match, as they say. They say it's the perfect match.
Interesting.
MRED/Chicago MLS expands its private listing network nationwide, trying to create its own portal.
Yep.
And on top of that, Zillow and Realtor.com team up for their private exclusives. So, some more real estate stuff going on. But let's jump back into the Post Falls.
Local news.
Local news, Post Falls, the diverse future land use in Post Falls of everything that's going on. Pretty much what had happened was there was a city hall meeting in Post Falls saying we ain't got enough money, for infrastructure. Growing pains of what we're experiencing. There's not enough money to be able to meet the requirements of the roads, of the sewage, of everything else going on.
Yeah, road maintenance and things like that. Probably I'd imagine things like police and fire and all
Yeah.
that stuff as well. I read that article and I immediately thought, well, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if you read the whole thing or not, but back in was it the 80s or whatever, they kind of slowed their roll a little
Yeah.
bit and kind of gave up some of their stuff that was annexed into the county or the city, so they can slow down the growth because they dealt with that before. I don't know that they're going to have an option,
Yeah.
honestly, because they've annexed so much
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much building going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they can really restructure their zoning to offset the shortfall.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I sat there and read that thing like 5 times and I kept thinking to myself, well, based on the amount of land that's left in Post Falls, because there's not much. I mean, they've pretty much maxed out everything that I can think of within the city limits. And then you get, closer to 41, that's all commercial corridor.
Yeah.
And the commercial corridor stuff, obviously the taxes aren't as good as the residential stuff, or as plentiful.
Yeah.
And commercial takes time.
Yeah.
You need that residential to spur on commercial. So I don't know what Post Falls is going to do other than have to say we're just going to have to wait it out.
Yeah.
And have a shortfall for a little bit.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy to have a shortfall because we've always had a balanced budget pretty much for the most part, and having
Yep.
is gonna rub some people the wrong way. And do you think that's a bad thing on all the development we have going on? Are they gonna halt it, you think, or?
I really don't think they can. I mean, there's so many, you've been on the county website, and I know you've looked at the city website, and for anybody watching this, it's all public records. You gotta dig deep, but you can get onto the Post Falls city website, and you can find out what plats are coming, what's been approved, what are in the works. You can look at the sewer lines, water lines, where they end and everything like that. I mean, pretty much if they've annexed some land in and approved a subdivision, they can't just go, oh, we're just kidding.
But they could stop any future.
They could do that, but I don't know that that's gonna solve the problem. I mean, if they're already future forecasting based on what's already been annexed, and the houses haven't gone up yet, and they're still looking at a shortfall, the only thing it says to me is, and I hate to say this out loud, raise the taxes.
Yeah. I was gonna ask what's the solution, but
That's the only one I can think of.
And
that sucks.
what kind of taxes are you thinking? Property taxes, local sales tax, or
It'll probably be on the shoulders of the property owners. You know, it seems to be that's how it always works out. Because there's not enough commercial coming. I mean, you know, they've got the stuff along 41 and Prairie. That, you know, they've got that Kootenai Medical Center going in.
Yeah, Super One right there too.
Super One, yep. But you know, you go a little bit more towards the what is it? The east.
Yeah.
On Prairie Avenue, and it slowly changes into Rathdrum and Hayden.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm just smelling. I'm smelling that was the meat tenderizer for. We gotta raise taxes.
Well, on that,
Post Falls resident.
You're absolutely right. On that note, though, I know there was talks of Governor Little trying to get rid of property taxes at the same point, and I know it's an election year; he's probably just doing
That's all it is.
to get reelected. But how does that impact? If we did get rid of property taxes, where's all our tax dollars going to be coming
We're
from?
not getting rid of property taxes.
You don't think so?
No. We're so, because of the growth,
Yeah.
we're so stuck on that system of paying for everything that it'd be an absolute mess.
Yeah.
It would be a mess. And more problems would arise than get solved.
Yeah.
That's just the hard facts. There's really, you got to have money to grow as a city.
Yeah.
You've got to take care of your streets. You got to have, you know, right emergency response, all that stuff. People need to be safe, especially in our state.
Yeah.
That's how we all look at it. That's why we live here.
Yeah.
That's why you moved here.
Yeah.
You know, that's why most of the people that I know that live here, it's because of all those things.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, honestly, at the end of the day, are our taxes that bad? Not. They're
Comparatively to other states, they're not.
They're not.
No.
So, yeah. Governor Little, get rid of property taxes. Come on, man.
Because let's pretend, you know, that property taxes did get they did get rid of property taxes. Where is it coming from? It'd be a consumption tax, and I don't know how much people consume out here. I mean, I would assume it wouldn't be included on groceries. It'd be everything else, luxury items or whatever you have.
Yeah, it'd be that, and probably on gas, which
I feel like Boise would also have to like step up and like subsidize a lot of these smaller towns, and we don't have to want to rely on someone else for our public works.
That's right. No, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't. We really don't. No, we want to be independent of anybody. I mean, you know, and yeah, I just see that, like I said, as meat tenderizer for what's coming down the pike.
Speaking about expansion, Pend Oreille as well, dude. Getting a new Vista substation out there, and we're going to be seeing a lot more development going up a little bit more north of us.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
because of the growth
Yeah.
up in Ponderay, all that stuff. I mean, Vista needs to
Yeah.
shore up their infrastructure and add more capacity.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So might open up a little bit more development opportunities and things like that.
I heard that there's kind of like a brownout issue up there. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about it over the years. You know, it is rougher terrain than Kootenai County. So, and a lot more rural properties too. And they do have Northern Lights, which is a different power company up there. That, you know, they do a pretty good job at staying on top of stuff. But yeah, I've heard of brownouts and stuff like that because of the lack of capacity. So
Well, hopefully this helps them, and hopefully they'll have some good power out there.
it will.
You know?
And it'll probably create some more jobs, you know.
Some more housing, some more jobs. Yeah.
Yep. Vista's a good company to work for.
Yeah.
You know, I like them.
Yeah. One of my friends works for TDS as a line digger or whatever it is. They dig the lines of fiber into the roads, or not, but by the roads. He says a lot of the people that he works with, they just have that job temporarily until they get brought onto Vista, until they have that experience,
Right,
and
exactly.
just be able to roll over.
Yeah.
That's a good company.
Vista's a great company. So
But changes to Highway 53 work zone. There's a lot of construction as we're talking about, and a lot of bottlenecks going on in roads. We got a lot of interchange stuff going on I-90 as well with 41 and now 53. Having a big improvement as well. You got to experience it the other day.
I did.
You want to relieve your frustrations out on camera? What happened?
This is all I'm going to say. I'm not even talking about my experience there 2 days ago. I'm just going to say this. If you're in your vehicle and you're going anywhere near Hauser Lake, don't effing do it. All right, next article.
Just don't do it.
It's a CF. It is a mess out there. I'm glad they're doing the project.
Yeah.
I am super glad they're doing the project. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
They needed it.
Yeah.
But man alive. I mean, between the train, the traffic, I was there for 37 minutes and I couldn't believe how backed up things were.
Yeah.
And it's not even summer yet.
Yeah.
You know, we still have school going on,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Tourist season hasn't started yet. I'm telling you right now, you locals that are listening, all two of you, do not go over there. Find a different route.
Yeah. If you live there, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. If I lived there, I would never leave. It'd be like Grubhub. It'd be Instacart for everything.
Well, now you know from the local himself.
Yeah.
Don't go over there.
Yeah, it's just, I haven't been there in a while. And yeah, was it yesterday or the day before when I went there, I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Mess.
I believe it. It's gonna be bad before it gets good, you know.
Oh.
And right now we're in the
Yeah,
midst of
yeah, they just talked about that. Like two of the turn lanes are getting shut down, and it's like, oh, how do you even get out of it? You know, I know it's gonna happen. I guarantee you. Mark my words. The next article we're gonna be reading about in about 3 weeks, maybe 4, once school gets out and everything, is the massive collisions out there in the Hauser Lake Highway 53 corridor.
Jesus.
People just like flipping U's to get the hell out of there.
I believe it because people. I'm surprised you stood there for 37 minutes in your car patiently.
I have a choice.
Yeah.
I was locked. I was locked in. I was like, I'm stuck.
People are gonna get fed up and they're gonna be doing some dangerous things. And be safe.
Be safe. Don't be dumb. Don't be dead. All right.
Next article. We're talking about now. We're going more nationwide stuff going on in real estate. All these acquisitions going on. Compass just bought Anywhere, bought everything. Now, now Real is another brokerage that just acquired. Well, they just announced their requirement of Remax, talking about how they're going to be the perfect fit for each other. Real has the tech stack, and Remax has the agent and the production going into it. They're going to be buying them. I think it was $895 billion or something like that, crazy amount. How do you feel about it?
Well, I guess it makes sense. You know, Remax is the old school, one of the last old school companies that are by themselves. You know, I mean, look at Compass, owns like everybody, like you
Everybody,
said,
yeah.
Century 21, Gulfville
Yeah.
Bankers, Sotheby's. I mean, they're all with Compass.
Yeah.
So it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Remax sitting out there like that, and I don't know that they needed some infusion of fresh blood and different way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Real looked at them as, is like, we can help them, they can help us. We're growing, they can grow now.
Yeah.
And they can get out of their own way and get more in the AI field and stuff like that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. So.
I saw an interesting spin on it the other day, that with all these lawsuits going on and all these settlements, the only way to survive it is at scale. So having the agents, having the production, having the cash flow to be able to survive something like a lawsuit, a class action, the only way to do it is at scale, of having that money in your.
I never thought about that, but that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think we have even come close to seeing the end of class actions.
I feel.
So.
I don't know if it's me just being jaded. I feel like everyone's suing everyone right now.
They are.
And it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Not related to this, but obviously I got sued, and a couple people in my Discord, they just got demand letters too going on. I'm like, geez Louise, people. What are we suing everyone for?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Anywho, on the next article.
So you say you want to be a realtor.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you probably had your fair share of threats on. Anyways, next article. Talking about.
Actually, no.
No?
We've been, we've been almost 30 years and actually 0 lawsuits.
Heck yeah.
So.
I've been only doing this a couple years and I already got one. Dude.
I know.
Come on.
Well, you're advanced. You're an overachiever.
Yeah.
Matthew Serafin.
Anyways, MRED, Chicago MLS. We're talking about these portal wars and everything's going on.
Gosh, yeah.
If we had our own portal, it'd be awesome. At least someone's taking the initiative, of trying to start something, because it's not just going to happen overnight. Is the MLS, the local one in Chicago, is called MRED. It's like the Midwest Real Estate Board. They joined with Compass to include their nationwide listings into that MLS. Sounds like you're not too thrilled about this.
I don't even know what to think about this anymore, because you might as well just open up your next story too, because they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so you got a small little MLS, MRED.
I wouldn't say it's small, because Chicago's the third biggest city.
Well, I know,
in the
but
U.S., but
it's not the entire United States of America.
You're right.
I mean, really, I'm going to say this again for the 9 millionth time.
Yeah.
The best freaking portal out there is Zillow.
Yeah.
Period. I use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at shit in Miami all the time, and I'm always on Zillow.
Yeah.
I look at stuff in, Vegas, I look on Zillow.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah, but we're always complaining over here about Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com. They suck. But then we got someone that's trying to come in and change the space and trying to help out the realtors.
The only thing the biggest complaint I have with Zillow is that they use our information against us.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's our fault.
Yeah.
It's our fault.
It is.
As an industry.
But someone's trying to change it, Stan.
No.
They're
not trying to change it. They're just trying to put their own spin on it to make it seem like they're changing it and we're better. And it's such crap. It's such crap, dude. It's just crap. Period. Crap. Period. I'd rather talk about Hauser Lake.
Let's talk about your traffic. But no, absolutely. It's like, it's probably all crap. At the end of the day, they're a private company too, MRED. They're trying to supposedly help the realtors out and show their listings to get their own leads right off their own listings to be able to contact them. But it's business at the end of the day. We're trying, at least someone trying to do something on the real estate side to create a nationwide portal, because it's something we've been complaining and bitching and moaning about, that we should have one.
I don't know. You complain about it, I complain about it. Every realtor I know, I don't care if they live in Idaho, Washington, Nevada, Timbuktu.
Yeah.
They all complain that the National Association of Realtors hasn't done shit to help us out.
Yeah.
That would have been the easiest, simplest thing they could have ever done, was create their own Zillow.
Yeah.
The NAR.
Yeah.
Could have said, hey, in fact, like what Emerald did, they lowered the bar even further. They're like, hey, you don't even have to be an actual NAR member. You could just be a real estate agent. And you can put your listings in with us and have access to everything. We should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, what's the NAR doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
These articles, the NAR is nowhere to be found.
Yeah. They don't do nothing.
So it's like, whatever. So the more we just kind of just sit on our hands, the more this kind of crap's going to go on. And we could cold call 20 people right now. Just curious, what do you use to search for real estate? Zillow.
You're absolutely right. I use it too.
Yeah. You're lying if I didn't have the app on my phone.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, I have it too. But I'm just glad it's better late than never is what I think, you know?
Do you? Because
I do.
I don't. I mean, as far as like what you mean, our industry better late than never?
Yeah.
I don't. I think we ought to just personally just pay Zillow to have access to their Zillow MLS and call it good. That's what I think. So, hear that, Zillow? I just made you millions right there. I mean, you could have subscription fees every month. There you go.
No.
You heard it from me.
Well, that tied into our next article is Zillow and Realtor.com finally decided to team up because all these private exclusives going all over the place is no one is they weren't communicating, they weren't talking, but now this summer apparently Zillow and Realtor.com they're gonna interchange private exclusives. So I don't know if it's because of the Chicago MLS coming in and trying to take market share from them or what, but I mean they're seeing 20 steps ahead. I mean Zillow's a big company. They're looking at 10, 20 years down the line what each individual little move is making.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get ahead of it as best as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's all she wrote. Stan is not a fan of these articles this week.
I'm not. It's just going to keep going back and forth. And really, what is the bottom line, Matthew? You know this. Your seller just wants the house sold at any freaking means necessary. And your buyer, they just want to get a good deal.
Yeah.
And they want to know that at the end of the day that you are taking the time out of their busy day and you are working on their behalf, trying to find them a house.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
So we got all this crap going on in the background. We got, I don't know how many members are in the National Association of Realtors, and yet we don't have a centralized MLS.
Yep.
What? This is what we do for our profession.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be our go-to, our you know, the big hitter representing us. Whatever. Thank God for Zillow.
Yep. And on that note, that's all we got this week.
That's it.
That's it.
I know, entertaining as usual.
Thanks for joining us again. Hopefully we'll see you next week. I have it on my calendar.
Yes, it's somewhere in my calendar. Kind of moves back and forth.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
We had 3 people watching.